Exciting session. Like I said, today is a very special day. We are having a very special guest speaker, and we'll be having a very, very interesting conversation. This is a conversation that deals with what we do in Neolife. We make a positive difference in people's lives. We make the world a healthier and a happier place. And nothing that does that for us like our products. Our products are just the best, and they totally make a difference in people's lives. And today we have a very special guest. This is a gentleman that I got to know a little bit over 2 years ago when he joined my business, and we started doing business together. And he has risen to become a leader within a very short span of time. And he's going to share his story, and more importantly, he's going to share what the products have done for him, for his family, for his team, and where the future is as far as this business is concerned. So without further ado, I want to welcome George Patrick. Patrick, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Karibu sana. I can see you. I can hear you very well.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you so much, Pana Fred, for giving me this opportunity to talk to this great team, this great community, yani kuongea na these wonderful people, because our business is about people. And I'm so glad also I'm on board for this invitation. Si kitu ya kawaida, so nashukuru sana Pana Fred kunipea hii nafasi kusaidia. Ya mimi naitwa George Patrick, kama vile Warida amekuambia, na nilianza hii biashara miaka 2 iliyopita. Niko na familia na watatu wakubwa. Mmoja amemaliza college, sasa he is 22 years. The other one ako form 2, and the last born ako grade 6. Na still niko na familia, niko na mke, roughly ready called Mase. So I'm glad to be here and to share my story. So this story yangu, mi nilianza hii biashara, sikuwa najua kama ukweli ni biashara kubwa. Nilianza tu sababu ya Supergro. Mimi ni mkulima na upenda ukulima sana. That is my passion. Na kuna wakati nilikuwa na share na rafiki yangu ambaye ni mkulima, sababu nilikuwa nalima kahawa kwa wingi na rafu, na nilikuwa najipelekea kwa Meru. Sasa tukakutana na rafiki yangu na akanielekeza, akaniambia kuna product natumia super fertilizer, the conventional attend to know, and nakumbuka tu ilikuwa tarehe 1 mwezi wa 4 fertilizer imefika kwa serious. So akaniambia anjawahi tumia for 7 years. In fact alikuwa anastuka. Nikamuuliza anatumia nini? Ndiye akaniambia anatumia Supergro. Akanielekeza mahali kampuni ni ya kampuni gani, sababu nilikuwa namuuliza naweza pata agrovet gani. Akaniambia you cannot get it from agrovet, but you can get it from that company inaitwa Neolife. And so wakati alitaja jina Neolife, nikakumbuka about 13 years ago nilikuwa nimeelekezwa something biashara ya Neolife na another rende tukiwa mahali kwa siasa. So that time I was at comfort zone, and couldn't even understand the business. So wakati tulitumalizana kuongea na Pana Kibet, ndio nikampigia madam, akaniambia mahali ako nayo. Coincidentally yule bado alinitumia namba ya hiyo madam. So tukaongea naye, akaniambia ili niweze kupata hii Supergro kwa urahisi ni the best thing, sababu nilikuwa namuuliza naweza kuwa napata anji hiyo folia kwa urahisi na kwa bei rahisi. Yani akaniambia not unless hawezi niuzia na wholesale, unless mimi nijiunge na kampuni niwe nanunua direct kwa kampuni. And I didn't hesitate sababu nilikuwa na 16,000. Nilikuwa nangojea sasa fertilizer kwa cereal. Na unajua sasa tunawekanga pesa kwa simu ili wakati tu fertilizer itafika kwa cereals mara moja unakimbilia unachukua. So nilikuwa na pesa 16,000 kwa simu. So akanielekeza akaniambia ni register na product inaitwa Profitality alafu ninunue Supergro 1 liter. Na nikanunua for sure after 2 days akaniletea my product, akaniambia angetaka niwe na marafiki wangu wawili wakulima kama mimi wawili ama marafiki wangu wa 30 wawili watatu. Inawati nikamletea marafiki wanne wale wanatumia Supergro na marafiki mwingine tulikuwa tumeshikana naye na kampuni naye. So wakati alikuja akatuelezea about Supergro account business na tukaendelea na mimi nikachukua bagi yangu. Ile kitu nilikuwa na interest sana nayo ni Supergro, nikaenda nikaanza kutumia kwa kahawa yangu, kwa mahindi. Ilikuwa msimu wa mvua kama sasa mwezi wa 4 last year but one. So nikaanza kutumia Supergro kwa mahindi, maharagwe yangu, kwa kahawa within a span of only 2 okay. Oh, sorry, sawa, thank you. Nitajaribu nitumie friend. So I started using the Supergro. Thank you so much for that. I will mix the English. So I started using Supergro, and then within a span of 2 weeks, I saw a great difference in my production. Then my neighbors started asking me, "What is that product I've used in my farm that has changed my plants, my farm?" And now comparing to their farm, it was very different. I told them it is Supergro, and since now my mentor told me not to shy away from telling my neighbors, my friends, what I'm using, I started sharing, and I could sell now the Supergro in bits, 20 ml, 100 shillings. And for the first month, I made some profit of about 5,000. Sababu I earned a lot of customers, a lot of friends who were excited by what they saw in my farm. And now I started sharing more and more. I was hesitant at the first to use the Profitality, because now I could not understand the basic of the business. So the lady started giving me the links to join the meeting, and I was asking her if it is possible she can sell the Profitality on my behalf so that I can get back my money. I wasn't interested so much in business. So and this lady, she's very wise. Instead, she could tell me, yeah, I get one to sell to, but in case you use it, it will be very beneficial to you. And after 2 weeks, once I started listening to the meetings now, I started realizing this product may be good to me. I started using, me and my wife, now the Profitality, and within a very short time, I also started feeling well. So, and now together I'm selling the Supergro to my fellow colleagues, fellow farmers. And the first month, I got a bonus of 2,160. And by then, I had made a profit of 5,000. I continued. Now she started coming for the meetings, and now I could also call my few friends to come and listen to her. And the second month, I got a bonus of 9,978, and also getting a profit of about 7,000. The third month is the time I realized this is a big business, because what had happened, then before I had a very successful company here in Embu. Embu is about 140 kilometers from our capital city of Nairobi, on the mountains. So I had a very successful company, and I am employed about 373 cans. So it was very successful. But at one point in 2017, my company started going down, and it went down to a point that it went down fully, and I earned only a staff base of about 20, from 370 to only 22. So it was a drastic drop in my business, and I was left out with a lot of debts. I was having a lot of debts, left, right, center, and that was just very bad for me. And I remember that day in the year 2022, I was auctioned. Everything in my office was taken over by the auctioneers to repay my debts, which in fact I was not even to pay even a that. I earned some vehicles. I earned 3 vehicles. I sold them so that also I can be able to pay some of my debt, which I was not able even to complete. I remember that day when my bonus was coming for the third month. I was in the office. I couldn't go now in the other office. I had to rent another office because the first office was closed up and I could not even retain that office. So I got another office, as cheaper office, of course. And now I could go in the morning, lock myself from inside so that now I can start calling my customers, my security firms, customers, and to looking for more. And that day, I remember two guys, I had taken a Cyrock of 20,000 and I was not able to pay completely 7,000. I had paid only 13,000 and I was not able to pay 7,000. And for sure, it was bad for me because those guys, I could see them, call them when they are calling me, I could disconnect them and blacklist them. So they were very furious and they were very annoyed of me. So they came up and they told me that I have to pay their debts. And for sure, we stayed there in my office for about 1.5 years. At around 10 in the morning, that is when I received a very good message from your life that I've received Kenya shillings 17,692. And now I gathered even courage to ask them, what were you asking for? And I told them, they told me I have to give them the 7,000, and for sure I paid them. And when they were coming out, I decided now to do this business because I show the potential of this business. I show that this business can do a lot to me, and I decided now to do this business very seriously. And I did it the following month. I got a bonus of 25,000. The other month, got 37,000. Within a year, I became a director and started earning 50,000. The first check when I became a director was 50,000 and 26 shillings. And profits are so many. So I started paying off my debts and I was very optimistic. I was very happy about the business because I could see the very big, good future in this business. So I started paying the debts, and for sure, and by the end of by the end of last year, that is January this year, I had accumulated and I paid debts of 1,900,000 Kenya shillings. That is a lot of money to me. Remembering, maybe it may not be a lot to some, but now to me it is very significant. Remembering that I was not able to pay 7,000. I was not able to pay the 7,000, but now I've managed to pay 1,900,000. I see a great success, and for me the future is very bright because in fact, I have just remained with very few debts. About in the next 2-3 months, I'll be free of debts, and that is my greatest happiness. Courtesy of this business, I've been able to travel. In fact, my first travel with Neolife was last year, but one when I was just a manager. Having joined the business in the month of April, in the month of October, no, I was a senior manager. In the month of October, we went to the Convention Impact Summit. And I saw the prosperity of this business. We went up to the Zanzibar. It was very exciting. Courtesy of this business, also I've been able to meet a lot of people. This year we've been to leadership school just 2 weeks ago, and courtesy of this business, I've seen a lot of progress. I've been able to assist so many people, and that's why I'm so happy about this business. So, what has the product done to me? The first thing, the product, and I can say that the future is very bright for me, and I would wish to encourage each one of us here, if you are just a distributor, no, this is the best opportunity. If you are whoever now, whatever the rank that you are, and in case you are guest, just join in this business and do it seriously, and you're going to get whatever you need, whatever the dream that you have, you can be able to achieve it. So I've benefited a lot in terms of the product use. The first product which I've used and I've used immensely is Supergro, which is very, very good. It's a very unique product. And the Supergro, in fact, it has helped me to have a bumper harvest. Where I was getting 1,000 kgs of coffee, now I am getting 3,000, 4,000 courtesy of this product. My maize, like now, my maize are very green. In fact, everyone is just like asking, what is this seed that you are using? And I tell him that it's not. So Supergro has enabled me to have good returns, and definitely when you have good returns like a farmer, ni pesa mfukoni. And that's why the more you have more returns, then better for you. Not only having good returns, also I've benefited a lot from Supergro because I have been able to save a lot. Remember, once you use Supergro, you save on cost because it is very economical first. Secondly, you can be able to mix with other chemicals, agri-chemicals like fertilizers, like no, I mean like fungicide, like insecticide. You can be able to mix them, so saving on cost. Other times when I was using the other conventional fertilizers, I could spray first fertilizer, the foliar fertilizers, separately and insecticide, then I use fungicide later. But now I'm saving on cost on that. The other thing which I've benefited from Supergro is that I'm able now to even consume products, and especially the cereals, the maragwe, the beans, which I know they don't have a lot of chemicals. And that is very key to me because I believe when I eat or I consume even my loved ones, even when I'm selling those products, I know I'm giving out very quality products which are not which doesn't have a lot of chemical. Then the other thing that I have been able to get from Supergro is when I share. When I sell the Supergro, I get a lot of profits. In fact, especially in my team, we have sold a lot of Supergro, and I can attest, and then I know this is why even we don't have Supergro in Kenya because we have sold a lot of Supergro. I can say, Embu, we have sold a lot of Supergro this season, unlike last year and like last year, but one. So Supergro, and when you sell definitely, also those are profits. You get your customer base, like those people, those customers who bought Supergro last year. This time they are not even asking so many questions. They are just buying. The other good thing, they are giving us references, sababu wameona, they have seen the result from their farm, so they can even be able to recommend. And the good thing about Supergro, whenever you spray Supergro, the other customers are able, the other clients are able to see from your farm that it is different from theirs. That is it. I've gotten a lot, and my team is very happy because they have sold a lot of Supergro. Supergro, it's nice. The other thing that I've benefited from, I'm benefited from the product themselves. And when we joined, we used we used we used the profitability. The profitability was very important for us, and I remember when we used profitability, it was very funny because myself, I never thought I am sick until when I started using profitability. And I could, before using the profitability, sometimes I could get out of, I could miss some sleep. I could not sleep well. But when I used prophetality together with my wife, in fact, we were asking ourselves, that was during the rains in the April 2023. What is happening? We are not even knowing whether it rained at night. And we could now know the products are doing work. Then the other thing that I benefited from, like the products, the first product was my son who benefited a lot from this product. And the product in the month of August last year, but one, my son was in class 8, the last class 8 in Kenya now. And I was in that meeting and I could not pick the phone. So when I went and get my mentor, I got some mixed call from my mentor, and she asked me why I was not responding to her calls. I told her I was in meeting for my kids, and hey, it was like, do you have a kid from in class 8? And I told her yes, and she asked me whether I have given her supplement. I didn't know whether I can give them to that kid. So she advised me to give salmon oil together with the mind enhancement, and my son then was scoring 280 marks. At most 300. And when he was scoring 300, he could be very happy to come home with 300 marks. And I gave him salmon oil together with mind enhancement. And during midterm, he came very happy because he earned 354 marks from 280. In fact, it was a great improvement, the best improvement ever, 354. And during KCP, he got 352, and that's why he is at Jogorian Boys. I can attribute that to this wonderful product, because initially I could even coach him. He could not even get that 300. But when he used when he used mind enhancement at Omega 3, he was able to raise to that standard. And he finished very strong with the 352. Just last week, he called me and he was very excited to be taken for a tour, because he managed also the best improved student in his class, which means also the products are still working. Yeah, and since Shoguri Boys is a very competitive school, he is really doing very well. Always he is doing well, improving and improving. And this is the guy I can see very bright also future for him. These products are wonderful, and I can attest to that. Also, my sister and a lot of problem. My real sister, our firstborn, and she was asthmatic since the time I think 20 years ago, and during time she could literally even not go anywhere, especially during cold seasons, during warm weather. Also, it was a problem. If she could inhale dust, it was a problem. And just one drop of rain could affect her immensely. But when I joined this business, this company, this wonderful company, I shared the same to her, and I told her, now, because myself I had a lot of financial constraint, I told her, now you have to join so that you can be able to buy for yourself, because I may not be able to buy direct from you. So the better the investing, just join, you can be able to be buying, and at the same time, if you get well, also you can be able to assist the community. And she used because of her asthma condition, she used threonine, omega 3, and Garicadia. In fact, she has not used even the upper respiratory up to now, but she is very okay. She has not now been having those attacks. Initially, before using this product, she was always on constant inhaling. She was using salbutamol and ventoline inhalers, but now even today and that's why I have this attire for Neolife. One of our member was giving thanks to God for what she has done, as God has done to her, and we were with her, and she was very okay. In fact, 4 months down the line, she has not gone to the hospital because of that condition. I thank God for that, because also my mother is a medic, and she has given her a lot of medicine. In fact, a lot. Being a medic, she could inject her with medicine, salbutamol, this other fentanyl, and all the conditions in immobilization, which was not even for the army. She couldn't get attacks every day, every single day, just because of a small trigger. But now she's very happy. She can walk. She can be able now even to go out without a lot of clothes on her. And that is a success to me and to entire family, because we were distressed. That disease is very bad, because you can get attack at any time. As small as right trigger can be able to affect someone's health very easily. The other benefit I have received from this product is my own mother. My own mother really benefited from this product. 3 years ago, we lost our dad. Uh, and when we lost our dad, I think they were in love so much. And my mother was so much affected by that death. And my mother got the dementia. Whenever she could go to visit a sick person or go to a burial, she could be affected to a point that even she could get lost on her way home. That dementia, it was a problem to us, because we had to take someone to take care of her whenever she is going somewhere. She had a clinic, and she was almost crossing that, because now just imagine if you cannot remember what you diagnosed a patient the previous day. So even the client and started noticing a queer behavior from her. And that the business had gone very down because of that. But now, courtesy of this product, initially she was resisting a lot, because you see, myself, I'm not a she knows that I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not an expert in medicine. She is my mother now. So it took me a lot of time, only that she trust me a lot. So I told her to use the product, but she was insisting that they have their own product. So why should she use this product? It was very funny. And then I had to explain to her several times, and she agreed. And when she agreed, I gave her the product. For sure, she has she improved very well. And the product I gave her, because of her dementia issues, was the TNN, Omega, maintenance, Garicarium, Betangant, and Calcium and CoQ10. Our leader, Mr. Gichoke, gave me that. Remember, I was still young in the business, so always I consult, and even now I consult our great leader in what to give, what, when, and at what time I should give a particular customer. So my mother has really improved. She has done well. She is back in normal conditions now, courtesy of this product. Because what happens, like CoQ10, it's a very good product. According to what I ran, CoQ10 in 95, it makes all the organs. Say the brain, it's an organ, heart is an organ, the kidney, it's an organ, inasaidia that. Then we have Betangant, which is it detoxifies together with the Garicarium. So once you give your patient, especially if he or she has dementia, those products, you are able now to detoxify the system. Mind enhancement is very good for those people with mind and dementia, sababu inasaidia the mind, the brain, together with the omega-3. The 3 is very key to everyone. In fact, this product, when you use them, when I recommend everyone to use, because what happens, this business is not about you so much. It is about how many people are you helping to live healthy, to live happier. Because once you give them these products, you are giving them hope. You are giving them good health. And I have realized that because even my team, I can count so many people who have benefited because of this product. I remember just the other day, 3NN is a very powerful product. 3NN, everyone should use, and especially as the distributors. I would urge you to use the product and use them very free. Use them very free because these products are going to give you the best health ever. This lady, she had a problem. In fact, she had a problem of constipation. She could not go for onco, even for a month, 2 weeks. And she was going to hospital, each hospital. In fact, she has gone to most of the hospital, even the big hospitals like the Aga Khan and Pisha. She went to all the hospital, you can name them, because she had the children, the offspring have a lot of money. So they were looking for whatever hospital which can be of great assistance to that lady. And the referrals, she was getting referrals even to Kenyatta. And whenever she was going there, she was given some medicine, inatoka tu mara moja, alafu inafunga. Yani, you get one wrong call, and then maybe after 3 weeks, that is another the time we are going to get another one. And our director, Russe, another lady, went to a group and she got interested, and she asked him whether she can get this product. For sure, she got it, and she took 4 TNN, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Within a week, she got the wrong call. Only that it was very, very smelly, according to her, because in fact, each the pit Latin, the ordinary, it could even smell. You can imagine the kind of the smell. It was very, very bad, very, very bad smell. But that was not a problem. The problem she needed is to get well. And you could even see her tears when she is doing the testimonies, because she feels this is the product which has just resuscitated her life. She was saying that her life was in dismay because of the wrong cause. She could not even eat well, always bloating. So Trienen, our product are super. And we need to have a lot of authority when we are giving or we are sharing the product, because we are sure that the products are working, and that is the thing we should reference on our selling. Yeah, Trenen, I can give you another story or another evidence of the product of my client who and a lot of arthritis. She had gone to all the hospitals. In that, one alikuwa amefungwa mshipi wa 3,000, then another for 6,000, for 14,000. And she was told now she has to manage arthritis forever with the painkiller. And what does that mean? Every day 400 shillings for a painkiller, which also implicated, also gave her some ascent levels went up, and now she could use meprazole. Use those problems are recurring, and also when you use a lot of other like very strong painkillers, it's like you're introducing another disease in your system. And that disease, when you use maybe antacid, also you have another problem of kidney. So you see, one product or one problem, it is multiplied, you get another major problem, and you go on increasing your problems. But when you use this product, you can be able to get well. This lady with now the arthritis, she used several products and she is now very okay. She was diagnosed, she was told that she can get surgery, but now she's out of that danger. And these are the products I'm telling you, you are in the right business, the right company, which produces the best products ever. The other thing, like now, that lady used TNN, omega-3, Carmac, and full motion together with the vitamin B complex, and her system is back to normal. And her backache, she never now complains about her backache. She can be able even to squat, and she can do anything now on her own. And initially, she could not even do that. So this is these are the products I am so passionate about. And also you can be sure that whatever, yeah. So you can be sure that these products are good and are working. Myself, I'm just a testament. I can say these products are good. So maybe if you have a question, you can maybe ask yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Patrick. Thank you so much. Maybe
Yes,
just one
karibu sana.
question.
Yeah,
I know you've used Supergro on coffee, right?
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
I get a lot of questions on people asking me, how do I use Supergro on coffee? Maybe you can share a bit on that.
Okay, thank you so much. Supergro on coffee, you use 20 ml per 20 liters of water. I mean, 20 ml of water. But I've seen there's a client, kawa yake, it was very malnourished. So I advised him to use 30 ml per 20 liters of water, and really it did very well because coffee is a nerve feeder. So depending with your coffee, how you see a coffee, you can use either between 20 and 30 ml per 20 liters of water. And at what stage can you use now the Supergro? You use Supergro at least 4 times within a season. Starting now before flowering, you spray Supergro. Then after flowering, don't spray during flowering because we've seen Supergro is sticky. So once you use Supergro when it is flowering, inhibits a lot of flowering. I mean a lot of flowering, and because it is sticky. Then you can just skip during flowering and you use during pin. Then after pin, you also spray during berry expansion. And finally, when you're about to harvest, you spray Supergro and you get now you double the production or triple the production depending on how many times you have used the Supergro, and also how the nutrients are in your soil. Definitely, if you use well decayed manure, it will be also very effective. What we advise and what I've seen working very well, you spread the Supergro on the leaves and also on the base of the plant. So you can be able now to get very good results. The other thing, you can mix Supergro with other agrochemicals. So Supergro, it has on its sticker. So you need not have those aquate products. So it is already replaced. So definitely you are saving on the cost on that and also on the cost of labor because you can mix Supergro with insecticide and with the fungicide together. The other thing, Supergro is organic, so it has no effect on when you are mixing, and that's why it is very easy to mix the products together. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much on that. If there's anybody with a query, just put it on the chat. You can just write any question you have on the chat and we can be able to answer that. Let's see if they have any query on the chat as far as the products are concerned. But one thing that I want to mention is that remember that our supplements are not medicine, they are supplements. So in all the cases that Patrick has talked about, the person was using the supplements together with the medication. You don't start supplements and then you stop medication. No, you take them together. And with time, the doctor is the one who advises you to minimize on the medication. When they see that you can be able to, your body is responding properly. Yeah. So don't replace medicine with supplements. Use them concurrently. It's very important to mention that. Let's see. Do we have any question here? Let's see.
Yes.
Somebody's asking about how you use supergrown maize and at what stage. And then Supergro on rice.
Okay, thank you. I can see, yeah, the first one, Supergro using during flowering. No, you don't use Supergro during flowerings. Just you wait until now, either whether it is maize, beans, wait until now it is the pond formation or flowering during the coffee. It's very expansion, pinent. Pinent, that is now the time you can use Supergro. You can avoid during flowering. Sababu ina inhibit the Supergro, I mean the flowering. And then, how do you use Supergro on maize and at what stage? Yeah, Supergro, you use it at all the stages. During immediately after planting, use Supergro, you spray after 2 weeks, then continue after 2 weeks and after 2 weeks, at least 3 times. And I've seen also Supergro, when you soak Supergro with now the seedlings, they germinate very fine branchly and also 100%. They germinate 100%, and when they are very fine branch, so you can soak your seedlings like the maize seeds or the bean seeds overnight, and then using Supergro, then plant the following day. But here you need to be very cautious when you soak. You need first to ensure that your farm is well wet. Mvua imenyesha, it has rained for several days, maybe 2, 3 days. You ensure that there is enough rain, and then you soak and plant. If you soak and plant when there is no enough rain, it means that the seedling will germinate, and then it will find there is no enough water, and then that will be a problem in germination. So you need to check on that. You spray 3 times within the season, at least once after every 2 weeks, you spray Supergro. However, in case there is there is a dry season, you can spray once every week, mara moja kwa wiki on Supergro. Then on rice, you spray still after planting. There's already in my team who is doing that, and he is doing very well. So she told me what he is doing. Immediately after planting, she sprays. Then after 2 weeks, but also she avoids during flowering. So also that is it. You just avoid during flowering. You can spray after every 49 or after 2 weeks. Yeah, pyrethrum, I've not, and I don't have that for pyrethrum, but what I know, you can spray only, you just skip during flowering. That is what I can be able to respond on Supergro and about pyrethrum. I'm not so conversant about pyrethrum farming.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's one asking about losing flowers. Can Supergro help? Yeah, for sure. If you spray Supergro before flowering, it will really make the flower to flower very well, and also to have super flowering. And you get a lot of flowering, and once you get a lot of flowers, means also you are getting good production. And immediately after flowering, so that you avoid abortion on the flowers, also spray immediately after the flowering, but not during flowering. There's one use
watermelon.
watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. I have only without fertilizers. Yeah, I've seen watermelon. There's a farmer who is doing from watermelon. Now, I is saying watermelon, once you use watermelon, in fact, you get very big watermelon, which are very heavy. It was surprising. And he brought me a watermelon of 15 kgs, one watermelon, after using Supergro. So you use still Supergro after planting, after transplanting the watermelon, then you use after every 2 weeks. But if during dry season, you can use once in a week. depending. Kama kuna mvua during rainy season, you use after 2 weeks. During dry spell, you use weekly. Also kind of advice. On landscape, yeah, landscape, it's like the green, the flowers. Yeah, there's yeah, you can use it in landscapers. It also do very well. Anything growing under the sun. When you use Supergro, it does wonders. Yeah, so you can use in landscapers and gardeners. Super, you can use them. In fact, my son during holiday, alinyunyizia my my area, my homestead with Supergro, and I saw the grass doing very well. Mahali haikuwa inanyemea vizuri. So you can use it. I can attest that it will do wonders. What about pumpkins? Pumpkins, no, I'm not sure, but I can say pumpkins it can do because though I've not tried, but I know if watermelon because in the same class, so definitely also pumpkin can be able to do well like now what watermelon is doing. For potatoes, tomatoes, yeah, potatoes, tomatoes, it does very well, and especially the tomatoes, no, potatoes. I have a guy at Narok now. He used Supergro a quarter of it in 15 acres. So used just a quarter to try because I had shared it in Facebook. So he could not believe. So he said, I wanted to try only a quarter of the portion of 15 acres. And he has said, and now he is harvesting now. In fact, we are talking with him on Thursday because at Narok, the rains were so much, so they rained in harvesting. And he told me where he sprayed Supergro, he cannot even compare because the production is almost triple. So Supergro, it is doing very well on potatoes. On tomatoes also, I can attest it does very well. Also, you need to check when you are doing Supergro on potatoes and tomatoes and the flowering stage it's there, you can spray on the base of the plant on tomatoes. Yeah. There's someone asking about the tea leaves. Yeah, it is doing well on tea leaves, but there you need to be also cautious because tea leaves, so many people, and especially now the tea farmers, they are not encouraged to use fertilizers, and because you see the leaves are used directly, and that is why maybe they discourage using a lot of fertilizers. Sababu they don't know what it does, because there are so many other chemical fertilizers which are out there, the foliar fertilizers, but ours it's just pure organic fertilizer. So there maybe our great reader will be able to advise us on tea leaves, but I can see
Well,
some of
yes,
my yeah.
yes. Actually, yes, just like you have said, I have several people who have used it on tea leaves and it does wonders. I've personally done a test with the director of KTDA. He used to be in Kirinyaga region, and the area he sprayed, he was harvesting double what he was harvesting on this other side. Plus the leaf was very heavy. It had enough nutrients. So it does work for tea leaves, but just like you said again, most the KTDA restricts spraying of fertilizers unless they are authorized by KTDA on their crops. But I have farmers even now who are using it on tea leaves, and it's doing extremely well. And they are getting very nice. It's easy to harvest the tea leaves. Ziko na kilo, the bags are heavy, so they're able to make very good money out of it. So it's not bad because it's organic, it's natural, it has no chemicals in it. So that's why you find that whether you use it on tea leaves or any other product, you're actually very, very safe. But I think we may not be able to answer all the questions because I can see there are quite a number of questions which are coming in. And our time is well spent. We need to wrap up this meeting. But I just want to thank, there's somebody asking, how can I join? I'm in Zambia. Please talk to the person who invited you to this call. He'll be able to guide you on how you can be able to join. The person who contacted you, whether they contacted you on social media or whatever, they will be able to guide you on that one. Now, so we are coming to the end of this session. I wish to thank George Patrick for taking his time. He's a very busy guy to come and give us a talk. I don't take it for granted. I truly appreciate Patrick.
Thank you.
I know he has other
Thank you.
meetings that he needs to go to right now. And I want to thank everybody who has logged in today. It was a very, very exciting session. Thank you, Patrick, for that. And the next week we'll be back again. We'll be having a different speaker talking about a different topic. Come back next week. Come back with a friend or two or three. Let us expose these products and this opportunity to as many people as possible. Patrick has mentioned he's been here only 2 years, and he's in my team, so I can tell you he's making a 6-figure plus income in only 2 years. And he has proved that you can come in and make very serious money within a short span of time. Of course, he works very, very hard. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't fall from the sky. You have to work for it, but the returns are good. He's just fresh from Mombasa, from the Serena Beach Hotel, Mombasa, with his wife for 5 days. So it's very, very exciting what
it was fire.
I'm sure you really enjoyed yourself there, Patrick.
Yeah, it was fire. I would wish ever and director. It's just wonderful. It's the best ever experience you can get.
Fantastic. So that is it on us. Thank you so much, guys. This recording will be available a little bit later today. You'll have it and you can share it with a friend, and you can be able to grow your business. So thank you all. God bless you. Have a blessed rest of Sunday evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.